Hold up, let me just clean up the screen real quick. It's a little dirty. Okay. Hey guys, Assalamu alaikum. How you guys doing today? For today's video, I want to do some, it's not really planting. So I have these two plants, right? Let me show you guys. So this plant right here, this plant is a lychee plant for the Banglas, Lesu. So this plant, I want to take it inside because for the winter, I don't want to keep it out here because most likely it's going to die because of the snow, the excessive rain, the cold. And so I just got this plant this year, mashallah. And you can already see some of the leaves dying. So I want to take it inside before it's damaged, you know. So I'm going to take care of that today. The plant I have to take care of is this plant right here. This is a mango plant, right? So I don't want to leave this plant out here because it will definitely die because it's just growing up and I don't think it's strong enough yet to survive the winter. So the two options I had for this plant was either to build a small tiny greenhouse and leave it in ground, or pull it out of the ground and put it in a tub. I don't plan on keeping these plants in my house because there's not enough sunlight that comes into my house. So most likely, even if I take it inside, it's gonna die, right? So my plan is to take it out of the ground, put it in a new tub, and give it to my sister. So I'm gonna give it to my sister because she has so much sunlight that comes into her house. She could put it next to a window and inshallah it survives the winter. And the same with the lychee plant, the lesu plant. She's gonna put it in her basement, which gets enough sunlight and it's warm down there, so it'll be able to survive, inshallah. I fear that if I put it in my house, it's gonna die, and I just don't want to take the chance. She had plants previously. She had plants previously that she was able to take care of it throughout the winter, and by the grace of Allah, alhamdulillah. By the grace of Allah, alhamdulillah, they survived. It's my neighbor. By the grace of Allah, alhamdulillah, they survived and they're like blooming right now. So the plan is, this one is easy, right? The lychee plant. This plant is easy. All I gotta do is just take it, right? But that one, the mango plant, but this plant, it's gonna be a little tough because I gotta take it out of the ground and put it in a pot. But the problem is, I don't have a regular pot to put that in. So what I have to do is I have to make a run to Home Depot real quick and go get a pot to put that in. Before that, I want to show you guys a couple of things that's in my backyard, some plants and vegetables. It's not much now because all of the good stuff has been consumed already, or the trees have died. So I'm going to show you whatever little that's left, okay? This is a plum tree that we planted about 2 years ago. Alhamdulillah, it gave us a little bit of plum, but you know, it's still growing. It's definitely in ground. It got much bigger than how we got it, alhamdulillah. So this is gonna take a while for us to get like a full harvest, inshallah. Maybe like another 4 or 5 years. But you know, it's an investment you make it. Check this plant out. This is in Bengali we call it fani rodu, squash, pumpkin. I don't know how you guys want to describe it. So this is that. There's one growing right here. There's another one growing right here, small one. Let me show you a bigger one. Look at that, mashallah. Make sure all of you guys say mashallah, because you know the evil eye is real. So this is a bigger one. We had like, I'm talking about a couple of dozens of these. Alhamdulillah, we were able to, you know, give it to friends and family for them to enjoy as well. And we were able to eat a lot of the vegetables from our garden throughout this pandemic. So you know, we didn't have to go shopping for vegetable, only the essentials, alhamdulillah. And look, we got beans. These are the flat ones. We had the string beans as well. These ones are very tasty, alhamdulillah. There's more over here. See, they're all over. And we had cucumber as well. And the cucumbers were great, you know. And also, check this out. Check out this plant right here. I don't know how you call this in English, but in Bengali, we say Kerala. This is a Kerala plant. Alhamdulillah. And these are all my mom. She planted all this. Alhamdulillah, we had a good harvest this year. But you know, winter is starting. The cold is here. So it's starting to die slowly. We got some nagamoris, some pepper, some very, very spicy. They call it habanero. I think that's what they call it, habanero peppers. This is it. We call it nagamoris. So this one is still growing, alhamdulillah. Anyway, let me make a run to Home Depot real quick, get this pot so I could extract. I don't know if that's the right word, extract, so I could take it out and put it in the pot so I could have it delivered to my sister so she could maintain it for the winter, inshallah. And same thing with the lychee tree, okay? So let's get to it. Let me make a run to Home Depot real quick, and once I come back, I'll do that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna buy this one right here. So I was deciding between these two sizes. It's either this one or this one. But I think this one is gonna be too big for where she's gonna put it next to her window. So I think this one will work perfectly as of now. But if the tree gets bigger, we could always buy a bigger one, inshallah, next year. We could always buy a bigger one next year and we could switch it over. But I think for now, the tree being the size it is, this would work perfectly. And then next year we'll put it in ground again, inshallah. So we'll go with this one. And then I got some Febreze. Got some Febreze at some good price. I'm gonna pick this up as well. So there's two items. So let's go back home and let's finish up the project. Also, I got a videographer now where I don't have to record no more. They're gonna be recording everything for me. It's just a one-day thing. I hired them. I paid them in pizza. I paid them in pizza to do this, just for one shot. That's it. I gotta go back to recording myself. But for now, they're gonna do all the recording. Let's go home. Okay. Alright, just got back from Home Depot. Got the pot. And I got some soil left over from this year's harvest. I got some soil left over from previously. So what I'm gonna do first is, I don't think I need to make holes on this because it already has holes and it has a nice plate for the water to drip onto, so that's a plus, right? Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to pour some of this soil in here, then take that plant out of the mud and plant it in here, because you don't want the roots. You don't want the roots to die or get damaged, because if the roots die or they get damaged, then your tree is no good. First things first, I gotta put some soil in here first. Okay, soil in here. I'll put some gloves on. Also, I find gardening to be very therapeutical. If anybody has access to garden or have some room to plant, I think you should do it. It helps. It's very therapeutical. Mostly, you know, my mom, this is her garden, and I just help around. Or sometimes, if I have some kind of seeds or plants, I just plant it. So this one, the story behind this plant is I was eating a mango one day, right? I was eating a mango one day, and I just decided, I'm like, hey, let me take this seed and plant it, and let's see if something grows out of it. And subhanallah, look what happened. You got a full plant out of it, mashallah. So now I don't want it to die in the winter, so I'm gonna try to help. I'm gonna try to help it survive until next summer, inshallah, by the will of Allah. Of course, it's Allah who gives life and who takes life, right? Okay, so let's get started, inshallah. Gloves on. Now I'm wondering if I should take, let's put this here. I'm wondering if I should take this thing off. Maybe that might help. Yep, let's do that. Oh, this is so much better. Yeah. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna transfer this thing from here to here. Oh, that was easy. Easier than expected. Now I'm just gonna cut these things on the side. This thing is like falling. Oh, look at that. Look how easy that was. Subhanallah. So, inshallah, I'm just gonna pick this thing up, the roots and everything, and just drop it in there. Just drop it in there. Inshallah. It goes into place. You don't want it to straighten it up. About to straighten it up, I could fix that. But yeah, there we go, guys. There we go. There we go. And that's it. This is it. Just need to make it a little straight. But that's something I could work on later. I can make it straight. But yes, subhanallah, look at that. The plant is still in its soil. You shouldn't press on it like how I'm pressing on it. But the only reason I'm doing that is because there's some gap between the mud, between the soil I just threw in versus this soil. So I'm trying to mix it in together. And so, but once, you know, that's like in, I will eventually loosen up the soil. Alhamdulillah. And that's it. So this one and that one, these two are going to my sisters, inshallah. Okay, so one more thing. When I was in Home Depot, I got this piece right here. And the reason I got this piece is because, as you see, there's an opening right here. So I decided to turn that into a shelf so I could stack my books and some other my camera gear and things like that over here. So I you know, instead of making two different videos, I'm gonna add it on to this video because this is a short project, of course, right? Come here, man. Alright guys, I'm done. This is what it looks like. Now I can put my books here and I can put things here. This is it. Alright, let me know how it looks, okay? Thank you. And yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Assalamu alaikum.